Today we're art journaling. Ciao dear hearts, I'm Caterina and my wonderful husband Don Digison is behind the camera. And for today's video we're going to be doing some art journaling. We are in almost an empty room. You might even be able to hear the echo. It's kind of empty now. We've got a lot of things packed. I have just a few things left out so that we could art journal today. But we are well on our way. We've got a house. Yay! We have a house and we are moving. So this will be the last video that you see until we get to Colorado and we get the studio all set up. So until then, let's make an art journal. So if you remember my beautiful journal, actually it's called Lady's Hand, but I think of it as beautiful journal. We're going to work in this today, and I thought I was going to do it anyway, so I thought might as well take you along, right? I mean, this is all there is left in the studio, is my drafting table. So we're going to do some collage today, get a few things down. I just love this journal. It's just so much fun. We're going to play with this page a little bit because I thought it would be really fun to put a couple of pieces in here like this, something really graphic, you know, and maybe something up here too. I'm not quite sure, but I thought it would be wonderful to glue that in. And then I've got a couple of other spreads that we're going to deal with today too. I just love this page. I just think it has so much texture and I really like it, but I just wanted to add just a little something else to it. Just a little bit, like a little bis, right? That's what bis means. A little something extra, I think. So we're gonna just put this down. And the great thing about art journaling is that you know, I have all this written on here that you really can't see anymore, but I remember what it looks like and what it was about my love of hats when I was a little girl and wearing Easter hats. And we're just almost at the time for Easter. And so yeah, so that's what it's about, and it's about the fact that we just don't wear them anymore. You know, not really. I mean, I do have some hats, but we don't often wear them, and I just find that kind of sad. But that's okay. So so anyway, that's what's written on this page. It's what it's about, and I think what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of some pencil to this when it's dry. So, all right, I'm gonna put wax paper on this, and then we'll come back to this because I want to do some more pencil work on here. So we'll just set that like that, and then we'll just traipse through a little bit. I love this little piece of lace there. And I'm thinking that this is going to go here. I'm not quite sure yet. I know that I have a spread back here that I really want to work on, so I think that we'll do that next. And so yes, we have a house. We're so excited. I mean, I have to tell you, it was really brutal, and but we found a house and we're very excited, and I think it's just going to be fabulous. I love this page. And there's some writing under there, but we'll just skip that for right now. So what I plan to do, it says women's dress 1800 to 1810, and it says that the fashion of the day is a tyrant and don't give in to it, basically. So so I thought I would put it on this page and then cut her out and put her here, and what else is going to happen, I'm not sure. But that's what we're going to do right now. So we're just going to glue this in, and instead of gessoing it, we're just going to put gel medium on it. So I'm going to do the back, and then I will do the front. So, and when you are working with collage, you definitely want to have front and back done, because if you don't, you may have things lift up. So when you finish your work, you would want to go back and make sure that everything has been sealed properly. So, and then of course you want to put some varnish on it, perhaps Camar varnish or whatever. You can get Camar varnish in our links, and we want to thank you for using our links. We're so grateful to you for that. And thanks also for your thumbs up and your likes and your subscriptions. Thank you for all your subscriptions. You guys are awesome. So we're just going to place this down, and I need to get up a little bit to make sure it's straight. There we go. That looks fairly straight, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Thank you. My old buddy and old pal up there. Okay, so now we've got that down, and I'm going to just go over this lightly over the top, and that way it's going to seal the edges too, you know. So now remember that when you use a brush with gel matte medium, you are going to get brush strokes, and we don't want that there, do we? No, we don't. Okay. So you want to go the same way if it's going to be seen, I think, is probably the best thing to do. So I'm going to do this, and then when we're finished, we'll come right back. So a lot of times I'll use an image and just cut it or rip it out. Sometimes I will completely cut it out. In this case, I wanted to completely cut the image because what I want is to be able to see the writing underneath a bit. I mean, we are going to add a little bit of gesso to that, but I thought it would be really nice to have her cut out. And some of the images that I'm using are just plain drawings that are cut from the book. This piece was actually just a scraplet from wrapping paper, and so she's kind of been murdered. The rest of her is cut out, and whatever else was over here, her little umbrella here is in tatters. But that's okay, because you're still going to get the idea of this elegant woman dressed up, and she's got her umbrella, her parasol is probably what she called it. And so I'm just going to cut it out, and then we'll just glue her down. And I might get rid of the ground, I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna smear some gesso on here, because the whole point isn't about really reading the article as much as it is about setting the tone for the book. And that's what I want to do. So, and I want to have more texture. I love the texture from the gel matte medium. I think that looks great. But there's just something about the gesso on top that I think, you know, adds more texture, more depth to what I'm trying to say. So we're waiting for the other page to dry, and so I'm coming back to this page about the color black, and about wearing cloth, and about how cloth holds memories. That we, you know, normally, we always used to wear black, and I wanted to just kind of stitch another piece on here. So that's this little tiny measure tape onto here, which is giving me fits. Behave. And about how measured our time is, it might seem obvious to some people, and other people, it, you know, might be missed on about that. But I thought that this would be a nice touch, and I just love this little piece of measured tape. I just thought it was really sweet. And I have to tell you, it's really hard to do it at this angle, but we're trying to film for you, so. And then what I'm going to do is put just a little tiny bit of glue down, I think, to hold it even better, you know, even more firmly in place so that it doesn't come out. Okay, that's why it wouldn't go in there. Here we go. right, that's great. I love that. That looks awesome. I'm gonna stand up and just put a little touch right there. There we go, that's better. And this ribbon is super old and I just love it. It's just falling apart. It's great. It's great stuff. And that's what we do as people, right? We end up falling apart. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this back. Not quite ready yet. Looks like I've got to wait a little bit longer. In fact, I'm gonna get my palette knife and come back and get this. There we go. So, okay, now we'll put that back in the water. All right. And I still think it's too wet to set her down into it, but so we'll just have to wait on that. So I've got some colored pencils left out. Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad I do. And I thought I would just come back with a little bit of pink in here and just get a nice little scribble going. I just love the colors, the coloring. And the great thing about this is, you know, if you don't like what you've done, then go back with some gesso. You know, just go back and add a little bit more, you know, just add a little more gesso and just until you feel comfortable with what you've created, because it's your journal. You get to write down everything you want. You get to cover it up. You get to write down more. So, you know, I mean, it's your journal, so you get to do what you want to. So just put hats, not worn, as they once were. Okay, and then you can just color it. Okay, so this page is dry, and now I'm just going to add some gel matte medium, and I think I want to come right about to there. And I decided to leave the ground on there just because she kind of needed to be grounded, I thought. And now we'll go over her, make sure she stays put. Okay, and then now we have space that we can add more writing or do whatever else we want. But one of the things I wanted to do was add some fabrics. So I found this little thing that was attached to some fabric, and I thought it was just a little medallion. I thought it would be really nice up here, and then maybe some other fabrics up here, like this, and then we can do a little trail if we want to. I do want women's dress to show. I didn't want to cover it. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing, is putting something like that there. That we're healthy. We are very blessed, Dawn. So, nope, I don't like that. I'm not going to put that there. I'm going to leave this here, but I'm going to put something else there. I don't know what it is yet. Or maybe it needs to be a smaller piece or something. I don't want it to take away from that, though. So we'll find something else. So we're still waiting for this to dry, and then I have this piece up here. And in all honesty, it's way too bright for me. I'm going to have to use something to tarnish it. But it's packed, so I can't do that right now. But I do like the way the fabric is coming out of here, out of the medallion, and I like the way that this is kind of covering it up just slightly, but you can read through it. I'm going to leave it open like this because I'm going to want to come back and do some things to it. But anyway, this page is pretty much, well, it's done for right now. We'll say that. Okay, so I'm sure you remember this page, right? And so I thought I would come back and just gesso this and see, you know, what I liked on this. And I may end up painting a little bit, but just adding just a little bit more texture to it. And And I love her thoughtful kind of, I don't know, to me she seems like she's kind of just thinking things over, you know, trying to decide where things are going to go and how, you know, her life has taken different turns. And so I just wanted to just kind of play with that a little bit. And I don't even know if I need to write anything in it. I might, and then I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But I really like the way this is turning out. Well, we're at Ciao for now, and I had a lot of fun playing in my journal today. And who knows if any of it's going to stay there. I mean, I may go back and redo things, but right now I have some pages that are drying in the book, and I feel really good about what we did today. I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on this journey with us, and we can't wait to see you next time. Be well, and we send prayers for Ukraine and for all of you. So until I see you again, ciao for now.